him being in year two of the scheme, we see it. He's playing a lot faster. There's not a lot of thinking out there, and once guys are able to just play football and not process, you kind of get to see those dividends. So it's going really good for him so far.
When you went to get him last year, what was it? I mean, was it looking at tape and then saying, "Hey, this guy fits, and he's going to have that chip on his shoulder"? Or
A part of it is like the portal. You kind of want the buddy system. So the buddy system was he played JUCO at Hutchinson Community College with Roe Torrance last year. So we had a tie with the staff. And obviously, when me and B Ward watched his film, we really liked his film. He had, not only a competitive schedule at Austin P, he had game film against Alabama. So just seeing that in the vacuum space on PFF and being able to evaluate the talent and him being our team MVP last year, it's just recruiting the right players, bringing the right players here.
did he exceed expectations almost to be the MVP of the team? That's one
I mean,
thing.
he probably exceeded our expectations, but probably not his expectations. So we got to just set that bar higher for this year.
So we asked Kenny about Ed Woods and he reported that he's going into the transfer portal. You say you didn't know that going into practice today and can't confirm it, but what would a potential loss of Ed Woods be?
Yeah, I mean, it's news. It's news to us out here. But we understand the nature and climate of this, industry nowadays. With where college sports is headed in these sensitive time periods of what exists out there. I'm not gonna sit here and point out the boogeyman. But it's the reality of where college football is today. We wish them the best. But first and foremost, we have to take care of Arizona State.
So what do you think about Robinson, Welch?
Oh, I feel like, in bringing those guys in have definitely created competition. Bringing Javen Robinson in here, bringing LT, those guys have flashed for us this spring. And then also bringing in 3 early enrollee freshmen that can learn our system, for this spring and kind of, get their feet wet in our system is probably essential to our success moving forward. So we just got to continue. And how I evaluate our room from a recruiting standpoint, from a roster building standpoint, is we just have to out-recruit what we had in the room last year. We're in a great place right now where our room was in comparison to where it is last year. And then our job in the 25 season, 26 season is to just continue to climb and continue to evaluate and bring in better caliber student athletes.
Keith Abney, somebody who bounce between nickel and corner. What do you thought about him?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a smart kid. Won the Pat Tillman Award. He's a freshman that's in the Barrett Honors College. We trust him. So just having a guy that can kind of be that Swiss Army knife for us is valuable. It's valuable.
Are there moments to breathe at all with college roster construction?
Not really, but I mean, if it's in the game, it's in the game. You just love being a part of this industry. I feel like being in the sports world is the envy of the public, so why gripe about it? You just roll with the punches, and, it just gives you a reason to be zealous and excited to come into work every day and see what hits you.
What have you thought about just overall through 13 practices, how the group's done?
Just optimistic of us being able to bring in, and have a year to recruit from a high school standpoint and get caliber, to get particular student athletes in here that we desired, that we've handpicked, and then along with the portal, getting guys in and just kind of creating that camaraderie, trying to create that chemistry, that family, that brotherhood. So I feel like the culture, the foundation has been set, and now we're bringing in student athletes that are going to be more welcoming and give us an opportunity to kind of build something special here.
You can't talk about individual recruits, but the Texas to Tempe thing seems like that continues to.
Yeah, I mean, it's on autopilot at this point, man. It's just gonna keep happening. We, Texas to Tempe, the Poly Pipeline. We got some more Louisianimals on this roster. We might need to come up with a hashtag for that. Cali Sun Devils, you name it. But I feel like it's important nowadays with social media and every kid is on their cell phones that the world is smaller. So you'd be dumb not to try to build a national footprint, and all it takes is one kid to establish a pipeline. You get one kid from Louisiana, it becomes 5 kids in Louisiana. In 3 years, it becomes 12. Kind of Texas to Tempe, you get 3, it becomes 9. Now it becomes 19 to 25. So I mean, it's something that's going to continue to snowball while we're here.
Your take on Cole Martin and what he's been able to contribute?
I mean, that kid's phenomenal. I mean, he's the testament of kids that build a lot of name recognition in the greater Phoenix area and leave home to go start and build their brand again. So to have a hometown hero, a guy that already comes here with name recognition and have success, I mean, that's the blueprint for any kid in this area that we would like to desire to be Sun Devils.
His
why?
dad, I'm sorry.
Yeah, why I go?
His dad being a coach, how much does that help too?
Oh, tremendous because, he's somebody that loves the game of football. You see it. He's zealous to get into our meetings. He's very vocal on practice. He's animated on film, whether he's signaling to the corners or the linebackers. He's a guy that loves football, breathes football. He's a guy that, when I evaluate cornerbacks, I want guys that are tough and competitive, and then the next thing on that totem pole would be movement skills. And when you talk about somebody like Rodney Bimich, you talk about a kid that had the fastest short shuttle time in the country last year. So just in a vacuum, how he's able to move will kind of stamp why he had, perennial blue blood offers during this process. So just to get a kid like that in this program, especially to be an early enrollee and teach our system, like sky's the limit for that kid. So excited. He's kind of surprised us, even though we had high hopes for him coming in. He's kind of surprised us with his maturity and his growth so far in spring ball, and we're excited to get that guy in the fall camp.